Good morning, my awesome friends and followers of my YouTube channel, and you, the members. Thank you to the members. Thank you. I appreciate it. We keep growing. Anyway, listen, it's Sunday, the 27th. It's the Lord's Day, which should be a great day for most people. Most people have their health, let me say that now. If you don't have your health, everything else is material, doesn't matter. So, woke up this morning to find out that Chris Eubank Jr. has beaten Conor Ben Jr. in 12 rounds. They both stood at the end. They said it was a fierce battle. Didn't watch it because I don't care about boxing, but I'm just saying, well done to Chris Eubank Jr. The Pope's funeral went away yesterday. Went away without a hitch. It was beautiful. As I said, I'm not a Roman Catholic or a Russian Orthodox or anything along those lines. But you know what? Anyone, and the weird thing is, where I grew up in Northern Ireland, it was either Protestant or Catholic. Protestant and Catholics always got on. That's a fact. It was always Republicans and Loyalists. That was the issue. But anyway, listen, I respect everyone's religion. I don't care. As long as you keep it to yourself, it doesn't bother me. And that's all religions. I'm Church of England. Do I go to church? I have been several times, but dozens and dozens of times. I mean, to be honest, I grew up going to a thing called the SABAC, the Salvation Army Boys Adventure Club. My mother sent me there to keep me out of trouble. Anyway, yes, we played football. That's where I learned to play Subbuteo, little football game. Anyway, let's move on. What else is happening? It looks like there could be a little bit of an investigation into the death of Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking employee, Virginia Giuffre. Okay, they're saying at the minute they're throwing suicide at this, which is shocking. When anyone feels that bad that they feel like taking their life, that is shocking. I've been there though. I've been suicidal in the past, several years ago, when I was being attacked non-stop online by Harry and Meghan, Sussex Club. They were attacking me, the Sussex cult, they were attacking me non-stop, accused me of heinous things, reporting me for heinous things. They got me demonetized for 2 years with no money. They hounded me. Yeah, these are the people that Harry and Meghan are protecting, by the way. This type of dangerous online activity, which goes with it. Anyway, let's move on from that. I'm not here to talk about that. But anyway, but I'm just saying, suicide's a terrible way to feel when you feel that low. But there's now US politicians and celebrities and influencers in the US and across the world calling for maybe investigation this here. It seems weird. I mean, she knew so much information. And this is what I'm going to call this morning, which I haven't done before, but I'm going to say this because I have read this. And I don't read it and then spout it. I read it and looked into it. The US Attorney General, and I've got her name here, haven't I? Pam Bondi, and the new FBI Director, who's called Kash Patel, haven't released the full names of the Epstein List. There's people complaining that they're holding back certain names. And I want to point this out, ladies and gentlemen. President Trump promised the world that he would release the list. He promised the world that there would be no stone unturned. Yet his FBI Director and the Attorney General are holding names back. Now, if they're holding names back and hiding things from the public, it screams injustice, doesn't it? Of course it does. Now, we all know this because we aren't stupid, but we can't prove it. And if you can't prove it, it means nothing. But there's no way Epstein killed himself in that cell. There's no way. And these things like, I mean, would you put someone that's globally high profile about a case in a cell and then go, the CCTV doesn't work, the cameras went down? Would you? Is that not shitty planning? No. That is good planning for someone's protection. Someone that's on that list. So they got at him. In my opinion, and without prejudice, I reckon they got at Virginia Giuffre as well. Can't prove it, but you know what? I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe in any of that nonsense. But it's very clear to anyone with a brain that a woman who she had so much going for her. She wasn't my cup of tea. But there is a tweet going around, or a post that someone sent me, and I probably will put it on my community page today, where she did post, I have got full faculties, I have no issues, my mental health's in a good place, I've got no intention of ever taking my own life, and if it does happen in the near future, it's because of what others have done. Her words. But, as well as that, and I will say this, I do not believe for 1 minute that some of the rumours going around that Prince Andrew was already out. He's already been sent out to roost. He's already been to he's the only one on that list that was attacked and destroyed. I mean, he didn't go to the parties by himself, did he? No, he didn't. He went with lots and lots of US billionaires, senators, politicians, celebrities. They were all at it. Not just US, globally. So let's see what happens about the Virginia Giuffre case. Will it be brushed under the carpet? Will it be hidden? Yeah. So much for this FBI director and attorney general. Yeah, all for anti-corruption. They're hiding names on the list. There we go. And there's been a little bit of a spat here in the UK. There's been a little bit of a spat, tit for tat, tit for tat. Ian Wright. Ian Wright is a football legend in the United Kingdom, probably globally, actually. Played for Arsenal, brilliant striker, played for England. As a pundit, fantastic. He gives back to so much of the sport. He has helped so many people outside of football do well. He's an ambassador for women's football, but he's getting pissed off because some females are taking the piss out of him. You currently have an ex-England female footballer, and I had to write her name down because I don't know who she is. Did I write her name down? Aleka or something. I don't know. I don't care. But she's come out with a statement saying that Ian Wright is blocking opportunities for females. Now, he is fuming that she said that because he actually helped her out. Now, the one thing that I will say, and it may upset many of you, women's football, or in the US you call it soccer, has came a long way in 10, 15 years. It has. But it hasn't stopped women footballers from complaining, saying, we deserve equal pay to the men. There's currently about 30 million football tops circulating worldwide with the name Beckham on the back of it, which could bring in, truthfully, over £1.6 billion in revenue. Name me a women's football top which has 1 million people wearing it. None. You had the English goalkeeper that did quite well. None. You cannot accept the same pay, equal pay as someone if you aren't bringing in the same revenue. When you go to a women's football stadium now, Ipswich are doing very well, by the way. They can fill it. Ipswich can fill it. They are awesome. I'm going to put them aside because they're a different kettle of fish. But if you're in Arsenal's ground and you're only filling 23,000 seats and it's got a 65,000 capacity on a cup day, then don't expect to have the revenue of a 65,000 full capacity. You get what you're worth. So this woman having to go in right has been shocking. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't watch the football anymore. I used to love it. I used to love watching football. I mean, I grew up, truthfully, I grew up supporting Man United. I remember Paul McGrath playing there, and Gary Bailey and Nets, and Norman Whiteside, keepers from Belfast, playing there. I mean, it was fantastic. You had Frank Stapleton, you had Brian Robson, Jesper Olsen from Denmark. The team was amazing. It really was. And I just, after a while, I think after Cantona left and the team started, I just gave up on football. I don't watch it anymore. But when I do go to a pub and it's on the screen, the last thing I want to hear is someone like Annie Aluka giving me a brief of how the match is going. Listen, I think women are brilliant at discussing women's football. I think men are brilliant at discussing men's football. But if you want to go down that road of equal opportunities, stick to your own football game and men stick to men. The problem is no one would really tune in to watch a women's football match on TV. So the women take the opportunities to jump on Match of the Day or Football Focus on the men's game, which gets about 7 million views, to help lift their social media profile up. And then they think because they're sitting there beside Roy Keane, butting in every 5 minutes, that gives them the same opportunity. It's just, I'm just sick of it. There we go. I've had my rant about it. Listen, Ian Wright's blocking opportunities for people. He's not. I would rather sit and watch Ian Wright giving me his personal professional opinion on a football match than listen to you, who have achieved absolutely fuck all in the game of football. Man, should have went on too far, but there we go. Yeah. You know what I mean, people. You know what I mean. I mean, I'm sure people will be happy with that. Yeah, but it is what it is. Oh, and I will say this. I had an email from someone this morning who commented on my video. I did a video about the Willie Apiatha, the New Zealand Victoria Cross holder, who handed back his Victoria Cross to his own parliament as a gesture of, well, protest about how pensions and compensation and how his fellow soldiers are treated in New Zealand. Yeah, I had a few comments in there, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was a little bit stunned. A couple of veterans in there. Maybe it was a dig at me because they don't like me, but I had a guy there, and what was his name? I think he called himself Zane, ex-paratrooper, ex-British paratrooper, in there having a bitch at Willie Apatha, saying, well, he did this and did that, but he wasn't that brave. You know, he did it at night time, blah, blah. And I just thought, Zane, you're a prick. I mean, why would you have a go at someone that's won the Victoria Cross? I mean, what the fuck have you achieved, Zane? And then when I clicked on Zane's name, I noticed that Zane, the ex-British paratrooper, had commented about 10 times in different videos, and they were always negative and always having digs at things. He was always attacking the story. Anyway, so I blocked him and kicked him off the fucking channel. Quite simple. Not in the mood for people that just come on the channel to have a bitch and have a moan and just to complain. If I had said I loved the king, he'd have went, well, why do you love the king? You're an arse. If I had said I hated the king, I'd be, why do you hate it? It's people that just don't give them... I know I've given a little bit of oxygen now because I'm hoping it gets back to him and he gets pissed off. So there we go. Anyway, he won't be back on the channel. And I did say in a comment, this is about a soldier, a veteran, a guy who won a Victoria Cross. Don't come on here and be an ass. And someone, another veteran, was, I think this one was called Wayne. Trevor, why are you so aggressive? I went to respond to Wayne, and then I thought, why? Block. Listen, I don't care. I really don't care. Have an opinion, have it. But do not go after and attack a guy with a Victoria Cross who's braver than any single person, including me. He's braver than any single person I know. Well, I know one or two VCs who put his life on the line. If you're going to have a dig at a guy who put his life on the line to save his brothers and sisters on a battlefield, then I don't want you on my channel. It's that easy and that simple. And if that offends you, fucking do one. Anyway, listen. I'm glad I got that off my chest. Have a wonderful day, anyone. It is Sunday. It is the Lord's Day. You don't need to be religious to be respectful. You don't need to be religious to have a moral compass. But you know what? To be a good person, you have to have a moral compass. If you don't have a moral compass and you don't believe in anything other than your own self-importance, then you don't deserve to be here. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and stay safe.